Welcome to the 2016 SEMA show. Thousands of people trek here every November to see sponsors, advertisers from all sorts of automotive industries under several roofs here in Las Vegas. And we walk around and occasionally we run into some folks, PCA members, longtime supporters of PCA. We're at the Penn Grade booth and we're here with Graham Rahal from Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan Racing.
It's good to be here. Thank you guys for stopping by.
So what brings you to SEMA in Las Vegas?
Well, obviously various things with our IndyCar sponsors like Penn Grade. We come out and do appearances here with them, and then like you just mentioned, same thing PCA is doing. Come out, see partners, sponsors, friends, have meetings, try to get everything in order for our season, which kicks off in March of next year for IndyCar, and get ready to go racing.
Well, you had a great 2016 season. Tell us a little bit about maybe some trials and tribulations.
Yeah, it was a good year. I would say we had some ups and downs, but we ended up winning in Texas, and probably one of the most thrilling finishes you'll ever see in racing, period.
So obviously your family goes way back into racing, but I don't know if many people know that you also go way back with Porsche and PCA. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do. We go back a long ways. The Rahals, I don't know why, but Porsche's always kind of been in our blood. My grandfather in the early 70s had a Targa, an orange one, which is kind of where, for those who have seen me on Instagram or anything else, you kind of see like my Porsche is always kind of crazy colors. It started with him. We can blame him. And it kind of faded on from my grandfather to my father. My father's got a lot of Porsches in his collection. It's kind of been his thing, and it just as a kid, growing up, being exposed to it, fell in love with the brand. I've been a PCA member a long time myself, and I've kind of continued to develop my relationship with Porsche over the last couple of years. Had a 918, and regret that I sold it, but I'm looking to reacquire that here soon, I think, and got a 911R coming, GT3 RS, and all this other stuff. So it's a brand that we are just very near and dear to our heart.
Obviously, people that are watching right now are very envious of the models that you just rattled off. But tell me a little bit. We've seen the 918 at several PCA events, so I appreciate you sharing the 918 with us. And it's Viper Green. Tell me why Viper Green for you.
Well, I suppose it's not like a 918 something you see every day, but I wanted to be different. I wanted to be unique, but most importantly, I wanted to tie it back to the original sort of Porsche bright colors of the early 70s. Those are what I really love. My dad's got a 73 RS that's tangerine, which is beautiful. We've had signal orange. Actually, in Panorama, you see the signal yellow RS, and the HRE ad is ours. So I don't know why, but we've always tried to tie it back to the old colors. So when I was working with Melissa at the time, who's no longer with Porsche, but when I was working with Melissa on the build of the 918, I listed off a whole bunch of colors. But to me, what was most important was, number one, to be one of one. I didn't want to see another one of them. And number two was what old colors that people not use. And what I found interesting was I can't even remember, 80 or 90, whatever it was, of paint to sample cars that came to this country. I think it was like 27 or 30 of them were white, were onyx white, which I thought, if you're going to do PTS, why do white? And then on from that, there was several other colors, but none of which, there's a few acid greens and everything else, but none of which were Viper Green. And I was pretty shocked by that, because I thought that was a color that was, pretty well known.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. That's one of my favorite colors.
And so we took the Viper Green, went with the black interior. I did full leather, even though it was a Visoc. I did the full leather, and I did Viper Green leather accents and stitching. And I don't know, the thing just turned out magnificent. And I sold it. Like I said, I've regretted it since the time I did. But we're working on getting it. We're actually trying to get it back right now. So I'm kind of in the process of it. But hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll get it back.
Now, Graham also shared with me, and I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but hopefully we'll see it at Works Reunion Monterey. He's taking delivery of a very special 911R, and if you follow, he doesn't, if that's not enough, right? It's going to be a special 911R, so hopefully we'll get to see it later this year.
Yeah, I got very fortunate to get one of the paint to samples which I saw of the 900, whatever of them are being made, that only 50 in the world are paint to sample. And I think it's 14 in North America. So I got lucky, but I'm thrilled with it. It will be very unique, not only from the exterior, but the interior. We did a lot of stitching, and it's got the houndstooth. I had to stick with the houndstooth, but we did some green stitching and some other stuff. So it will be unique. It will be very different, but I'm excited about it. And I really wanted, again, to kind of do Viper green. I wanted to tie it back. But what I found after...
Don't give it away, though.
I found after the 918, which sounds ridiculous, I've seen Viper green everywhere on Porsches lately. And I think that the 918, I don't know if mine drew interest back to the color, but I can tell you the dealer I got my 918 through, they've ordered like 10 cars in Viper green since. So it's been a common color that a lot of people have latched onto, and I just thought I'd go different. So we'll see, you'll see, but it's going to be different.
Well, there you have it. If you want to see what surprise he has in store, hopefully come to a PCA event, especially Monterey Works Reunion, and we'll catch you there.